based on Numbers 15:141, 16:150, 17:113. As the Israelites continued their long journey through the wilderness, God gave them more instructions about sacrifices, forgiveness, and living faithfully. He wanted his people to remember that even after their failure to trust him at Canaan, he was still their God. But many of them grew restless again. Some began to grumble about Moses and Aaron's leadership, forgetting that it was God who had chosen them. One day, a man named Korah from the tribe of Levi gathered 250 well-known leaders and challenged Moses. He said, "You have gone too far. The whole community is holy, and the Lord is with all of us. Why do you set yourselves above the rest?" Numbers 16:3. Korah wanted the same power and respect that God had given to Moses and Aaron, but his heart was filled with pride. When Moses heard this, he fell face down and prayed. He knew rebellion against God's leaders was rebellion against God himself. Moses told them, "Tomorrow the Lord will show who belongs to him and who is holy." The next day, Korah and his men brought their censers with burning coals and incense before the Lord, as did Aaron. Suddenly, the glory of the Lord appeared before the entire assembly. God told Moses and Aaron to step away from the group so he could punish them all. But again, Moses and Aaron pleaded for mercy. Moses then warned the rest of the Israelites, "Move away from the tents of these wicked men. Do not touch anything that belongs to them." When everyone stepped back, the ground beneath Korah, Dathan, and Abiram suddenly split open. The earth swallowed them, their families, and all they owned. The people fled in fear as fire from the Lord consumed the 250 men who had joined Korah in burning incense. It was a moment none of them would ever forget. God's judgment showed that his holiness could not be challenged. The next day, the people blamed Moses again, saying, "You have killed the Lord's people." Then anger spread through the camp, and a plague broke out among them. Moses said to Aaron, "Take your censer and hurry to make atonement for them." Aaron ran into the crowd with his censer burning and stood between the living and the dead. The plague stopped where he stood. Once again, Moses and Aaron's prayers saved many lives. To make it clear once and for all whom God had chosen, he told Moses to collect a staff from each of the 12 tribes, with the name of each leader written on it. The staffs were placed inside the tabernacle before the ark overnight. In the morning, everyone came to see. Aaron's staff had sprouted, bloomed, and even produced almonds. God had shown clearly that Aaron and his descendants were his chosen priests. The people finally understood that disrespecting God's order leads to danger, but obedience brings peace and life. God wanted his people to trust his choices and to follow with humble hearts. Moral: God chooses leaders for his purpose. Pride brings destruction, but humility and obedience bring peace and blessing. Prayer. Dear God, help me to stay humble and respectful toward those you have chosen to lead.